Hey there, how's it going? Happy Monday. Hope everything's going good. I'm try to get myself on the live. All right, excellent. Okay, so give me just a second. Pop in here. I'm gonna try to pin my comments so I can see. Okay, awesome. I'm gonna give a few minutes here. Let people join. I don't know why I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Are you nervous? We shouldn't be. It's just crafting. It's not like I'm going in for blood tests or something. I don't know. Get a little nervous sometimes. This is the first time I've actually done scheduling my lives. Now, normally I probably would go live in the evening. Most people do. But my daughter's home. And depending on the kind of day she's had, sometimes she needs a bit more attention. So that's why doing it during the day when she's at school makes a little bit more sense for me. So I thought we'd come up with Monday crafternoons. Other people have used that term. It's not mine, but it's not trademark, so I'm going to use it. All right, let's see. Got 9 people watching. Well, hello everybody. Why don't you let me know who you are, where you're from, and get to know each other a little bit. I do have this. I'm going to do this every Monday at noon. So this week, you know, with Easter coming up, I thought we've got to do an Easter craft. We have to do Easter. So I have something fun today. Something that I don't usually do. I don't usually deal with the plush attachments, but I found this at Hobby Lobby, I believe. I think it was Hobby Lobby. $5.99. $5.99. It is Hobby Lobby. I can see it on the back. So it's got a top piece and a bottom piece, and it's just got this plastic coated wire. So we're going to attach that in. We are going to use as our base, this is a Christmas wreath. Now, once you put mesh in here, most likely you're not going to see any of this green stuff. But the reason these are great is because these tines, you put the mesh right in there, it holds it really, really tight. Plus this is stiff, so it keeps your wreath full. It's not going to get floppy. It's really good if you have some attachments you're going to put in there. Now people also say, but it's after Christmas. How can I get these? Still try your local Michaels because they might still have these. They're trying to get rid of them, so you could get a really good deal. Or go to Goodwill. A lot of people are getting rid of old wreaths they don't want or things they don't need anymore. Take the attachments off, and as long as the pieces are not falling off, you can use it. And it might only cost like $1.99. Originally, this was an Ashland $5.99. Don't pay $5.99. That's like the compare at price, like when you go to like Marshall's. No, we're not going to pay that. You can definitely find these cheaper. Now, this one is it going to give me the dimensions? No. Let me measure this one out. This one looks to be a 14-inch wreath. So this is 14 inches. This is single ring. As you can see on the back, there's only just one ring because our attachments are not very heavy. I've got basically a bunny butt and ears and a sign, so it won't be too bad. So what we're going to do is put this sign is going to kind of go in the middle, and then I'm going to put the bunny ears on the top and the bunny butt on the bottom. It's going to have ribbon tails, but at this point, based on how much space there is, I don't know if I'm going to make bows or not. If I do, they could be smaller bows, so we're going to see how that goes. Working into the wreath, we are going to use 2 kinds of mesh. I have here, this is pink metallic stripe mesh from Deco. This was not from Deco Exchange, this is from Craft Outlet, but I think you can get it there too. Craft Outlet, Deco Exchange. A lot of the places all use the same materials. A lot of it comes from Craig Bachman, but it's basically where do you have points, where can you get the best deal, what else are you buying from there. So those are both 2 fantastic places to get good quality supplies. This one, however, this one came from Joann Fabrics, I think at least a year ago. The reason I don't like the mesh from Joann and Michaels is because this is only 18 feet. Typically, we like the 10 yards or 30 feet because you can get more out of it, so I might have to use 2 rolls of this. But I think I got this like on super clearance, so that's why I bought 2. So I don't know if they have it this year, but it's just it's basically a window pane mesh. So but any kind of colors are going to go. But you can see how the pink and the yellow go with the pink and the yellow in the sign. Now to play off of that, what we're going to use is, I've got just some regular old pink, right? Because I'm going to be putting this in here. Now this is, I'm using this in a wreath class, so I have a whole bunch of this, but it matches with the colors, right? It's got the pink, it's got the blue, it's got the green and the yellow. This has eggs on there and it's got little chickies. So we're going to use that. Add some extra. On the top level, I might use 2 1.5-inch ribbons. I'm not sure yet. But I have this one, which I think goes pretty well. It's got all the same colors in here. But then I also do have, I have the bunny, but I think the bunny kind of might be a little much with the chickies. So we're gonna play it off. We're not gonna be using these 1.5-inch ribbons when we make the main wreath. So I'm gonna put those off to the side for now. On my easy bow maker, off to the side. Okay. And then we'll top it off with, this is 7/8 inch ribbon. This has become pretty popular lately. This, I got this from Decor Exchange, I believe. And this makes a really nice loop in the center. I also make some smaller arrangements, so this goes very nicely as well. So I'm going to put all this off to the side, because what we're going to focus on first, oh, hold on. I'm going to use this. Check this out. So if you're a wreath maker, you might have heard of the infamous 60919. 60919. It was pretty hard to get for a while now. Now it's stocked very well at Decor Exchange. That's where I get all these. I love these. It's a mixed greenery bush, so it's got lots of different greens in there, and then it's got these delicate florals. So you don't have to go adding different bushes. It's already in here for you, and I love it. It comes in, there's 3 pieces, and 1, 2, and 3. Well, trust me, there's 3 pieces. Here we go. See in the back, 1, 2, and 3. It stays together really nicely. This is my absolute favorite kinds of greenery. It comes in all sorts of colors. Love, love, love this. This is, I believe, like $7.96 at Decor Exchange. So greenery's going off to the side. The first thing we want to do, oh, and we might use this. We might use this, might not. Like I said, not sure we're going to do a bow. It all depends. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is cut our mesh. I'm going to move the sign to the side. I basically, oops, I don't want to spill my Pepsi. There we go. I'm just going to line it all up here. I'm going to cut this mesh twice, 2 at a time. So this is the triple stationary mesh roller. This is from Susie's Wreaths and Things. I love it because it holds my mesh for me. I can cut 2 rolls at a time with 1 cut, so it is a time saver. It also holds ribbon, and it can hold gift wrap too. So it holds a lot, and 21-inch mesh. So there's a lot of different uses for this. It's my favorite thing in the world. Next to my Easy Bows Design Pro and donuts. All right. So I'm going to cut these all at 18 inches. Now with the yellow, because it was 18 feet, this means I should get 10 cuts of the yellow, give or take, because it's never exactly accurate. And then I can always cut more, but I'll finish cutting the pink then at 18 inches as well. So here I go, pulling it out to 10, and I'm cutting at 28, because 28 minus 10 is 18. Math is not my thing. Everybody about me knows this. Math is not my thing. All right, here we go. 1, 2 cuts. 3 cuts. 4. 5. Move this over. Here we go. Bunching it all up. 10. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Oh, I'm getting more out of this than I thought. Hey, guys. 11. Got more yellow than I thought. This is exciting. Oh, here we go to the end. Here we go. 11. 12. Just a tiny little bit left. So far I've got 24 pieces of mesh cut because I've cut 12. And I think that might be enough. Let me just cut cut some of the rest here. 1, 2. Oops, my blade's coming off. Don't cut yourself your finger open again, Linda. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on, pull down, pull down, pull down. I think we can get 8 off of this. Ugh. And there we go. Count that as 8. So what I might do is pink, pink, yellow, pink, pink, yellow. I do have some more pink behind me, so we will see if this works. So now I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. I'm going to trying to move some of my mesh off to the side here, off camera, because I want to be able to show you how I'm putting the mesh into the wreath. This is the secrets in the sauce, ladies and gentlemen. That's how this goes. All right. Oh my gosh. So much, so much. Okay, so these tines, you basically just open it up. This has been, I fluffed it already, but the mesh just goes and it sits right in here, right inside, and then you just twist the tines. It's like if you get one of those work wreath forms, but those are more expensive, and I think this is a bit more substantial. So these are honestly my go-to wreath frame right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my first ruffle. I'm going to show you with the pink. It's basically just ruffles, right? I'm going to, now this is curl side up. I'm going to curl it 3 times from one end. I'm going to curl it 3 times from another. And then I'm going to gather it up the center. And it makes a little bow tie shape. What do you think? Is it me? Is it me? Am I dapper? And then we're going to just put this right in the wreath, right in here. And then close it up. Okay? So that's what it's going to look like. We're going to go all the way around the wreath. Looking at the shape of it, we might be able to just do a pink and yellow. I'm going to do a yellow now, and let's take a look. So I rolled that up, and I'm going to ruffle it up. I'm excited to do this. I haven't done like cute bunny ones in a while. Okay, I'm going to put that not directly on top, but kind of like the next set of tines down. There we go. That's what that's going to look like. So let's do another one. Oh my gosh, Joe Dench is watching. My son-in-law's watching. Hey, Joe. Carol, Leslie. Leslie is one of my awesome favorite followers. Hello, Leslie. Linda from Plainfield. Hey. Luann. Linda, do you have a booth also at Painted Tree? Are you the other Linda that's there with me? Because your work is gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. Love it. Okay, here we go. I think I'm just going to do kind of like 1 and 1. I don't want this wreath to be huge, so I'm just going to do a pink and a yellow and a pink and a yellow. We're going to see how that one goes. 1, 2, 3. Rolling it. Okay, I'm going to level with you here. This is the least fun part of wreath making. This is the part where it's just like, ho-hum, are we done yet? Because everybody wants to get to the part where you're putting in the colorful stuff and all the different attachments and different things. Now you see here how this is kind of coming over this. So I've kind of got it overlapping. It's not going straight, 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 straight. It's kind of doing like a little overlap. As you can see that. So it really does fill this in quite nicely. So I love greenery. Greenery reads. My friend Carol, Luann, Lila, my friend Lila, Kathy, Tracy. Kathy, I cut the mesh at 18 inches a piece. So this is 10-inch wide mesh. I cut them at 18 inches. Just because, you know, if I needed to create more volume, I could have cut them at 20. But I'm trying to keep this wreath a little smaller so it's not a giant behemoth. Because once you start using the greenery and then you start putting in attachments and things, it can get pretty big pretty fast. Kind of like what happened to me once I started having kids. Got pretty big pretty fast, and it never went back to what it was. But that's why I wanted to keep it a little bit smaller on the mesh. So we're just going to do 18 on the mesh, which should be perfect. Going around. I shouldn't have cut all that extra pink, but now what that means is that I've got enough to make another wreath this afternoon. So, hey, you know. I do have a bin where I put all of my mesh that's been cut that I'm trying to use up. And it's a pain in the butt. It sticks. It's all stuck on itself. It's snagging. Then it snags my shirts. Keep it on the roll if you can. All right, here we go. Getting another set. What do we got here? Oh, Linda's Gallery of Crafts. Awesome. Well, hello, neighbor. Should pop over sometime. We should get together and have lunch and talk crafts. I'm up by Van Dyke and 135th. I know Plainfield is kind of a long city, so some people are in South Plainfield, some people are in North Plainfield. All right. Now these tines, we're going to open these back up again when we put in our ribbon. So I don't have to worry about hiding too many. Sometimes though, if I got a bunch that is bulked up in the center, I will bend them around to the back. Then they can kind of support the mesh from the back, but they're more hidden. Because we really don't want to see too much of this green, because it's not Christmas. But I still love working with these. The one who got me started on it was Megan with Gal vs. Glue Gun. I saw her do that at Crafters Convention. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's brilliant. And I am a convert now. I am a convert. Ever since. Perfect. I like this because the mesh is going to all meet in the middle. And then that way there's not going to be a hole in the middle because I'm going to have my sign running across. And my sign has letters on it. They're like cutout letters. So I don't want to see too much, like, I don't want to see too much light coming through. Not on this design. Some people they get so upset. They're like, it's all covered. You can't even see the wreath. And I'm like, well, with this style, that's the point. That's the point, is you're looking at the attachments and the stuff, not so much, you know, the other stuff. But, you know, to each their own. No matter what you do in life, you're going to get criticized by somebody. All you can do is say, thank you, next. Yeah. It used to bother me, and now I don't give two shits what anybody thinks anymore. I'm over 50. I can do what I want. When I want your opinion, I'll give it to you. I was told that, and I always thought that. I'm like, that's so rude. But now that I'm older, I totally get it. I'm like, nah, I'm done caring. I cared in my 20s and 30s and somewhat in my 40s, and now I'm like, I don't care. You know. Here we go. I told you this is not the fun part of wreath making, people. This is not the fun part. But it's necessary. It's kind of like taxes and colonoscopies. It ain't fun, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, Luann, you're in Shanahan. Awesome. You are pretty close. That's not too far. All right, here we go. Coming around, going out with the pink here. Oh, I know this is not the fun part. 1, 2, 3. So, it seems like a lot of you are wreath makers. I know I've seen a lot of you guys online too. How has Easter business been going for you guys? For me, not so much with the Easter wreaths, but with the Easter bows and arrangements, yes. Wreaths, not so much. I don't know if it's a phase or whatnot, but I'm going to keep making them because I like it. I also have to get better about marketing and stuff. You know, I'm doing all the things. It's just, there's so many things to do that sometimes, I'm going to be really honest here. The last month and a half, I have not been motivated much to do this at all. I think I got burned out at the end of last year. I don't know. I was just kind of like, ugh, am I over it? Am I going to stop? And then I get rejuvenated. I think it was just, you know, sometimes when there's a whole list of stuff you have to do to market all this stuff, it starts to feel like, you know, like a chore, because it is. When you're running a small business, it is a job. So that's what I keep telling myself. I'm like, it's a job. You got to do it. You committed to this. But then at the same time, I'm like, I'm the boss. I'm giving myself the day off. Which I can do. That's why I like having my own business. I can do what I want. If I got to go pick up my kid, or if I got to go to the store or go to the doctor, it's nice. I never want to have a job again where I have to beg somebody for 2 weeks off of vacation so I can live the tiny little meager life that I've scrapped together to pay for by working at a job. Most people have to do it, and it's awful. And I'm over it. Life is too short, and I think we're turned into money-making machines by society, and we got to just stop and really, like, it's all about enjoying life, right? I want to enjoy it. It's very short, and, you know, when you see someone exit the world prematurely, it really puts things in perspective on why are we here at the end of my life. Am I going to regret that I wasn't working a 9-to-5 more often? Hell to the no. Am I going to regret that I didn't go on a trip? Probably. Am I going to regret eating that donut for breakfast this morning? My blood sugar will tell me soon. We'll see. Ugh. Usually I make things while I'm sitting down, so bending over right now is, my back is a hurtin'. But I'm going to soldier on because I believe in suffering for art. Nah, I just look fatter when I sit down. So I'm trying to keep this flat. I was going to hide behind my apron and put my apron on so nobody saw. Oh, 1, 2, 3. We're still rolling here. 1, 2, 3. Making the bow ties. Almost done. We're coming up to the end. Hang in there with me, guys. I know this is not super fun for you to watch. But, you know, if you're a wreath maker and you want to try this technique, give it a shot. Most of you have probably already tried this, though. But another reason I wanted to go live during the day is there's so many people I watch go live at night that I'm like, I don't want to compete with them and I don't want to miss them. So we'll see. I might end up doing a nighttime thing. I might end up doing evenings more on TikTok. I do have a TikTok over there. It's Sweet Ari Decor, because that's, you know, on every platform. That, YouTube, all the things. So I'm over there too. I posted a reel last night. I placed an order from Walmart for 2 bunny ear top hats. And what arrived was a box of loves and a set of pacifiers. Now look, like, I'm all for role play and stuff, but like, there's a limit and I draw the line at that. So I'm like, no thank you. So Joe, if you're still watching, you know, someday when I get some grandbabies, they'll have some size 2 loves that we can use up. Because they told me to keep them. So I'm like, okay, why not? I'll keep them. I don't think that the diapers are going to expire. All right. Coming up to the last couple of ruffles you can see here. Here we go. Oh, good. I'm glad this time works for you. Oh, do attachments. Attachments are awesome. I haven't made any yet. I've bought like the foam and the batting and stuff, and I might try to make some attachments. That was on my list of things to do. Have I done it yet? No. Should I? Yes. But that looks so fun. I'm afraid to make attachments, and here's why. When I was at Crafters Convention, we were making a wreath attachment, and I burnt myself so severely on the glue gun there that I had to leave and go to Walgreens and buy all the salves and bandages and all this stuff, and then drive home with my hands. It was both my hands, because when the glue fell on one set of fingers, I brushed it off with the other hand, which was brilliant. I know. So smart. And it was painful. So every time I see wreath attachments, I'm like, my brain goes back to the danger, Will Robinson, you know. But I'm like, no, I got to get over that. I did get these little silicone fingertip covers because I thought they would help, but you can't feel what you're doing. So now I understand why guys like it better when they don't have to wear condoms, because you can't really feel much. Sorry, that's probably TMI. But yeah, it just, I get it. It was just not, I don't know. Am I going to use them again? Probably not, but I have them if I need them. It's hard to, it's hard to craft when you can't grab things. All right, I need one more yellow. This is the last yellow I have, so that worked out. It was serendipitous. I don't know if that's the right use for the word, but I'm using it. It worked out really well. Then we're going to cut our ribbons. I will sit down for that. And then let me know if you guys can't hear me well. I do have a fan going on here, just so I don't spontaneously combust during the live, because I kind of feel like I'm gonna. I'm hot. And not in like the, ooh, you look good way. I'm hot in like the, I have a sweat stash way. Ugh. All right, here we go. This is what the wreath looks like. Now it is measuring 22 inches wide, and I would say probably 5 inches deep. This is not the kind where you could squish it between a front door. We don't want to do that. All right, so I'm going to take all this extra mesh. Like all of my past traumas, I'm going to put it behind me. All right, get that in there. I'm going to sit down, get our ribbons. We're going to cut the ribbon tails. So we're going to use, like I said, this cute little pink Easter chick ribbon, and then just some solid pink. I don't want to, this is such a busy pattern, I don't want to compete with it. So I also am going to find time here to, if I see strays, like little strays, kind of like when you get the little hair on the chin that's kind of sticking there and you got to get it out. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little trimming time there too. I have a lot of those lately. I know, I don't know who got my bunny hat, but can you imagine expecting diapers and then they're like, oh, it's a bunny hat. Well, let's put the baby inside the hat to poop until we get more diapers. They probably were not happy. Mine was not a time-sensitive delivery, fortunately. Okay, so we're going to cut these at 14 inches. This is my ribbon tail board from Hot Mesh Mom. I love these. This set is 13 and 14 inches, so I'm going to wrap it around here. Trying to think how many I need. I don't want to cut too many. Actually, I want to use this setup first. This was left over from the other one. I'm going to say maybe I'm going to cut 14 of each. I'll cut 14 of each. I can always cut more. Oops. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Oh, I hate it's at the end of the roll. Come on. 3. 4. That's not going to go down for 5, is it? Nope. Okay, so I got 4 off of this. Sorry. I know it's not very neat and clean to do on a live, but I'm like, I just need to get rid of all the extra stuff. Do you guys have a bunch of those extra ribbon rolls? Like, you got just the teeniest little bit left, and you're like, I don't want to throw it out. What if I could use it for something? Yeah. Do we ever use it? No. Do we want to? Yeah, well, sometimes it can be just the tiniest scrap, but I don't think it's worth it. But still, if there's enough, though, like a little bit, you can make, you know, like little ribbon tail bows. I have sold those in the boutique at Paint a Tree. I've had scrap bows I put together, and I sold them for like $3.99. Well, that's it's, well, after 15%. That's more. That's money in my pocket versus going in the landfill. Okay, so we got 4 of those. Let's do 10 more. Let me check my comments really quick. Liz, hey Liz, how are you? Are you recovering after having the grandbabies visit? They are so stinking cute. I love seeing everybody's kids and grandkids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ouch. Okay, that's how I cut myself. You know, sometimes you stick your finger in the spool and then you like wrap it around there. Sometimes the insides of those are sharp. Anyone ever cut themselves? Because I think that's how I got that one on my thumb last week. I have a mystery cut. I don't know where it came from. All All right, so this is this is 10 of these because I already cut 4, so then that makes 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I told you, I can't do math. Math is hard. I don't like to do math. I can't even help my 5th grader with some of the math she's doing. I don't know. Once we get past division, if we hit algebra, I'm done. I tap out. My husband was fantastic with math. He would sit and do math for fun. Just, you know, sitting there with the math book at night. Dude. And he had to go die on me. So I'm like, okay, well, that sucks. But also, now who's going to help the kid with math? Like, ugh, we were counting on him being here to help her. Like, if it's English or anything, I was an English major. I could totally help you. I was actually a rhetoric major. And people are like, what are you going to do with a rhetoric major? You know what? You go work for a corporation as a business analyst writing requirements documents. Yeah, there's money to be had there. People laughed at me, but guess what? I did pretty good for, I don't know, the 20, 30 some years I was doing that. I'll leave that off to the side. I just, I still do a little bit, but it is not my passion. But I do enjoy it. I like writing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, it's probably too much to do with one cut, one set of scissors. But I'm lazy. So I'm going to try it and see what happens there. So I'm going to just cut through. I'm not going to dovetail 7 at a time. That's a little much, even for me. All right. Plus, my fiskars are getting a little less sharp than they used to be. So, I'm going to move these off to the side. I'm going to back out my spool so we've got them to make our bow. Amy! Hey, my friend Amy! Gosh, we've been friends since we were very little. I'm not going to put a number on that, but we've been friends for a very long time, my friend. And you do beautiful work. Hopefully your craft show over the weekend went well. Here we go. I wanted to go down to it, but we had company in from Tampa this weekend. So it was so fun. I've known these girls. They're my nieces. They're my husband's nieces. So I finally get nieces because I'm an only child. But I've known them since they were little, and now they're all bigger and they're over 21 now. So it was kind of funny to be like taking them out in Chicago, and you know, I treated them to a couple drinks at Margaritaville, and it was just, it's so strange when little kids, you know, start drinking. You're like, is your mom gonna be mad if I let you drink? And I'm like, well, she's 21 and it's 1 drink, so I think it's okay. They're not driving, but still, it's just that shift, you know. You're so used to seeing someone in a certain light, and in my mind, they're always gonna be like 8 and 10 years old. All right, that way, finishing this up. Yeah, I'm not sharing that number. 29. We're 29, Amy. Yeah, totally. My ARP card would tend to disagree with me on that. Actually, do you know you can sign up for ARP even if you're not anywhere in your 50s? It's just marketed to people in their 50s, but you can sign up at any age. I wish I'd known that sooner. I could have got better hotel discounts. Okay, getting all these little metal pieces off of here. Here we go. So I've got all those ribbon tails done. I'm going to put this away. I might need it again, so it's not going very far. So now I'm going to move the stool back. Oh, ouch. There we go. All right, here's the fun part. So I'm going to put the solid on the bottom, and I'm going to put the pretty pattern on the top. So I'm going to put solid, patterned, line them up, fold them in half, and then push down. We want to make a crease, right? We want to be able to see, because that's our center point. So then I want to kind of like ruffle that part up. And then I kind of like fold it down like that, just a little bit, because these are, well, these aren't really going to be poking into the inside. So then I am going to open up a set of tines. Right here, show you. I'm going to open up where we put this in. It's open. I'm going to shove it in there. Gently place. I'm going to retwist it. Twist it pretty good. All right. And now, I'm going to open that. Open that. What I might do when we're done, if you can still see these, is I have these little foam Easter eggs, and I might end up gluing in there if it's all still really visible. Sometimes the more you get in there, these kind of, you can't see them as much, but I don't want to see the green. So that's kind of my backup plan. It's kind of in the dining room, but it'll just take me a second to grab. Okay. Now, we go to the next one. I think kind of, maybe like anywhere that I had a yellow one, I think is where I'm going to put this in. I don't want it to be really super chock full of ribbons because I want it to feel like it can breathe. I don't want it to feel smothered, like I did slightly as a child, but that's a whole other concept. Amy, do you remember how my mom used to make me wear a life jacket? Even when I was like, I'm not kidding, I was like 11 and I could swim, and she still made me wear a life jacket. We love Mom. Mom worried a little too much. A little much. That's okay. She made me wear this tight life jacket, right? And as soon as I stopped wearing it, my boobs popped out. So I'm pretty sure that's why I'm chesty. Just saying. All right. Going around again. Oops. Let me find, that's open there. Sometimes I like to open it up before I do the ribbons, just because I don't want to have to struggle with it in my hand. I don't want to drop the ribbons after I've found the center point. So here we go. So I think I actually have 11 of these, maybe more. So I might have overcut on my mesh. That's okay, or on my ribbons, but I'll use it. Totally use it. And see how I'm kind of making like the X shape there? The X-Men. I'm the X-woman. Well, that sounds like I'm a former woman. No, I'm still a woman. Still a woman, as far as I can tell. I don't know, though. I'm a widow, so I'm kind of like a nun right now. All right, here we go. Shoving it in. Giving it a good old twist. Here we go. I'm surprised my dog hasn't been barking. People are like, oh, my dogs are barking, meaning their feet. No, my literal dog. Anytime she hears any kind of noise, she freaks out. That's kind of the other reason why I'm not really going live at night so much, is that tends to be her more active bark time. All right. I'll open this one here. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. Let me check comments real quick. Tails are 14 inches long, Devin. Devin, I love your name. I wanted to name my daughter that. We went with Aria, but that was like a second, number 2 for me. Love it. Let me see what else. Here we go. Oh, Miss K is on. Miss K, I hope you had an awesome trip to see your family and your grandsons. She went to Florida to see her grandsons. It's got to be so hard to not have them nearby, but at least you get to go to Florida is the place you get to go visit them. It's not like you're going in the middle of nowhere. Fun place to go. All right, coming around, here's some more yellow. I hope this finishes quick because I want to get to the part where I'm putting in the bunny. Where's the other piece? Here we go. I bent that one backwards, so it was kind of hard to find. That's the only difficulty sometimes with working with these, is being able to find where did I twist that. But I haven't lost a fingernail yet, so far I'm doing good this month. It's hard on the nails. All right, twist and twist. All right. Yeah, you're not, the more I'm putting in here, the less we're seeing the green, so I'm not too concerned with that. It's going good. Some of these I might end up pulling a bit up more, making like an X shape, just because I'm trying to Make sure that the center gets covered too. But we're going to have a sign. We're going to have bunny stuff. So we can play with that when we're done. It's just mainly getting it in here for now. Here we go. Flipping around. And I'm also really excited, guys, because I just remembered that I have deep dish pizza in the fridge for lunch when I'm done with this. Yay! Even though today starts my first day of my diet. Yeah. I'm not going to call it a diet. It's a lifestyle change. I need to make some decisions. It was so hard to go walking around downtown in the Museum of Science and Industry. I'm huffing and I'm puffing, and I don't like feeling like this. So maybe I got to be like that Jardiance lady and start dancing in the street and start taking those meds. I think I probably should. I'm on metformin, which is okay. I'm supposed to take it twice a day, but I kind of forget sometimes. I should take it when Aria gets home from school. Here we go. I like this chicky ribbon. I'm using this in wreaths that we're doing. I'm doing a wreath class at Painted Tree in Naperville on Sunday. My friend Maureen and her friends are coming, and Candace is coming. Candace, I cannot wait to see you. It's going to be so fun. We're going to be having a good time there. But that's why I got this ribbon from that, is because that's what I got it for. Here we go. Coming back in here. Almost done, guys. Just one more set after this. So this is the first time I'll be teaching a wreath class in person. Am I a little nervous? Yeah. The good thing is that I don't have to worry about anything going wrong from a technology perspective, which is usually my biggest concern with lives, is what if, what if the camera dies, or what if my phone, something happens, and I don't know. But then I got to remember, it's just a live with wreath making. It's not like I'm performing open heart surgery, right? All right, last one, guys. Going in here. Boom, boom. I will definitely have some ribbon tails left over, which is fine for me. All right. Crinkling up the center. Here we go. All right. Okay, and then separate the last set. I'm going to take these, put these behind me. All right. Let me I like it the other way. Okay, sorry, I was just doing a little fluff and determine if I liked it or not. I want to make sure that I'm not overdoing the ribbon tails on this one. You can put in more. I just put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I got 11 sets in here. And that's what it looks like right now. So we have this. Now we're going to put in, we're going to put on our ears and our butt, and then I'll put the sign in the middle. Or maybe I should put the sign on now. Yeah, I don't know. I'm debating. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the wire on, but I'm going to also staple some pipe cleaners to the sides because I want to make sure that it is nice and secure. So what I have here is cardboard. This is cardboard from the mesh tubes. I'm just going to cut some strips. I'm going to cut 2 for each side. And it's kind of tricky here to make sure we're not going to see it. Got to give this a little trim. Because this is cut out letters, it's going to be a little bit harder to make sure that I get this right. I don't want to see the cardboard. Okay. I'm going to get my staple gun. I use the Fiskars because it's plastic, it's really lightweight, and it doesn't have a lot of kickback because I'm very weak. I'm not very strong at all, so I want to make sure I'm not going to feel like I'm like, whoa, it's like a gun. No, it's fine. Okay, 1 and 2. Ooh, that was tricky on that side. I gotta tell you, that was really tricky. The E is a little fatter over here, so it's not gonna be as difficult to get that one on. And kind of place it at the same side. I'm just gonna staple it twice. There we go. Boom. So now this can kind of, you know what? I'm just gonna take it off. I'm gonna take it off. Cut. Boom. Just cuts out from that way. I don't like the possibility of seeing the wire. It's like when you get the wreath signs that have the little rope cord, I always cut that off. I used to not. I used to just hang it on there from that. And then, but it gets too much movement that way. And it gets a little weird. So now we have just our cute little Easter sign that way. And that's the back. I've had this forever. I'm glad I'm finally using it. I'm going to put this on first, because then I think this is going to help me figure out where the rest of my stuff is going to go. So I'm just going to weave the pipe cleaners kind of between the mesh and then around the wreath ring. So I'm sorry, this is not easy to show you guys from where you are right now. I just got to get it behind the wreath ring. Okay, there we go. I'm going to give it just a little light twist on the pipe cleaner. I'm going to go back and tighten it. I just want to make sure it's not going to move and it's stable where it is. And then this is going to go right through here. That lined up well. Come on. I don't like to go through the mesh if I can avoid it, but sometimes you may have to. There we go. Happy Easter. Oh, that's why that doesn't look right. There we go. All right, I'm pulling down on the sign a little bit. Twisting it on the back. So you can see on the back here, pipe cleaner just kind of came through here. I'm just twisting it. And I can just bend it back inwards, hide it underneath some of the tines. You know, you're never going to see it. But I want to make sure it doesn't stick up so it doesn't scratch a door. Okay? Ooh, a little snip there. Okay. I also want to make sure that it's not squishing my ribbons, but my ribbons still have room to move. And I'll finish messing with that after I get his butt on. All right, we're going to start by putting the hat on first. So let me go get him off of his little perch thing. Oh, that's still. All right. I can't believe this is $5.99, and then if they have like their 40% off, I mean, how could you not? It's a steal. Like, how do they make a profit on that? It's crazy. And you can find other plush attachments. I have like a plush trout that I'm going to use for a fishing one for Father's Day. But I don't typically use the plush ones. Just, I don't know, I just haven't. But they're cute. All right. So there is a twist tie holding the tail and the other pieces together. Let me undo that. Of course, I can't do it while someone's watching. It's like when you're waiting in line at Walmart and you're self-bagging. You can't open the damn bags. You can't separate them. That is my pet peeve. I can't do it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Look at the little butt. This is so cute. Let me unwrap this. And this is pretty good quality wire. It feels like it's on there pretty good. So here's his. There you go. There you go. Is it me? Is it me? Do we like it? Do we like it? You actually probably could do that for Easter. It's cute. All right, so these are the ears. And I can just wire these right through the wreath. I'm probably just going to do like a wraparound. But I want to make sure, that's why I like this kind of wreath, is because it's sturdy. Like, this ain't going anywhere. So that's on that side. This is on this side. Now I want to make sure that they look and feel centered. I got my ribbons. I want to poke a little bit out, so I'm going to poke like on either one. There we go. Just so some of it pokes out, but I don't want to cover the hoppy. All right, so I'm going to go back. I remember I've got it back here. Okay. But see, if I pull it, it's going to start moving forward, right? So I got to bring the wire around and try to wrap it around here. So I'm going to try to bring it through. These are pretty long wires too, so that's a good thing. And I'm going to wrap it, kind of twist it around that. Oh boy. This is hard to do with my fingernails, guys. It's hard to do. All right. The good thing is the wire, though, is pretty pliable, so it seems to be going pretty well. Put that in there. And then don't forget, we're going to put our florals in here, too. Stick it in there. There we go. There, cut behind there. Okay. Let's see how that looks. Sorry, I'm trying to cover up the base of the ears just a little bit. All right. Oh, it's right here. Chin hair, chin hair. Caught it. You know, when I'm done with this, I might actually go back and put some more ribbons in. But so far, this is what we got. Isn't it cute? Look at the little head. Look at the top. It's so cute. Okay, now we're going to put on his little feeties. I'm going to stick these little feeties in, kind of basically the same way. Make sure I got his ears centered on the sign. Make sure I got his butt centered on the sign. All right. Feed that wire through there. And this wire through here. It's so cute. And then we'll get the florals in. Oh, it's going to look so nice. Again, let me get some of the ribbon tails through here. All right. I'm going to try to poke the ribbon tails upward toward the sign so that we are not covering that cute little hiney. All right, that's what I'm going to do. That one's going to come out. The pink one's going to stay. This one's going to be more of an X-shaped ribbon down here. It gives me more coverage on the sign. Okay. Finding my way back through to the wire. Now this one I can just wrap around. I don't have to keep it from flopping like I did with the ears. So I'm just literally just wrapping this right around the back of the wreath, just like that. It's a good wire, it's going to stay. All right, I'm going to wrap this around. A couple of times. 1, 2. Oh, I'm probably bending his ears. I'll bend him back. Don't worry. He's pliable. All right. That's looking cute. That's looking cute. All right. Flip out some of my ribbons. Sorry, I'm doing a little maintenance here. So let me do a little fluff and fold on my friend. And all right. Oh, snip. Does this look centered? All right, so I can make my E a little bit tighter from the Easter sign. Now that everything's kind of in there. There's always going to be some kind of last minute adjustments. Not a big deal. Yep, that's pretty good. That ain't going nowhere. It is on there, but good. Okay. So here's where we have our bunny friend right now. Now, so this is our guy. Top and bottom. Fluffy ears. And there's wires in here that I can actually bend the ears back too. Perfect. All right. Oh, sorry. I'm off cam. I'm off center. I'm off center. Back this way. No, back this way. Sorry. There you go. Okay. There you go. Now, I'm going to try to put in some of our florals. Again, this is 60919 from Deco Exchange. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to try to keep these kind of as they are, as a bunch. I'm only going to kind of put them like in the top layer, but I might end up, they might kind of go like where the pinks are, so it's not in the ribbon grouping, it's kind of outside of it. All right, so I'm going to undo that ribbon mesh. Now, this is a tricky thing here, so I'm gonna make sure I wrap the wire around it so none of this is gonna come apart. But I'm going to glue it, and then I'm gonna stick it in there as well. So I'm gonna glue it, and then I'm gonna stick it in the wreath and wrap the tines around it. Stick it in there deep. All right. Wrap the tines around it a couple times. It's not gonna go anywhere. Then I'm going to try to cover that if I can with either some other ribbons. All right. This is where I usually burn myself, so that's why I'm a little bit worried. All right. So this is kind of what it looks like. That got a little greenery going there. A little greenery. All right. I will put some Easter eggs in here to cover up some of this other stuff later too. But I can also pull in some of the mesh ruffles, and kind of have that poking through to kind of hide some of that. Oh, I just got glue all over my nail. Every time. Every time. Okay. Now this is kind of the bigger one, so I'm going to put him in next. Ugh. I save these. It's surprising what you can actually use these for when you're crafting. All right, I'm going to separate this out so this has a nice, it's all spread out. Look at how nice that is. There's so much in there. Perfect. All right, now I'm going into the wreath here. I'm opening up where I'm going to put it in. I'm going to add my glue. And I'm going to shove it in there. And then I'm going to wrap my tines around it. Trying all the while not to glue myself to it. Will it work? Only time will tell. Okay, so I'm basically putting 3 on this side and 3 on the other side. It's all on the either side of Bunny's hat and legs. And I could choose to put put some more in there. I do have some more of the 60919, but it is pricey. It's like I said, $7, $7 or $8 a bunch. I think it's like $7.96. So, you know, I use things sparingly when I can. Here we go. This is the next set. It's going to go down in here, right in here. Aha. Oh, I think I just bent a nail. Ugh, we suffer for our art. It's tragic. Like I said, this is the part where just be careful not to burn yourself. Because hot glue is hot. I don't know if we've explained that. We didn't really touch on that, but hot glue is hot. Just so you know. Here we go. All right, so here's half. Let me go back so you can see more. There's half. Closer. Okay. Now I'm going to do the other one. Just like that. And it goes pretty fast. You can even break this apart into smaller pieces if you wanted to. I might actually add some more around top and bottom, so I think I'm going to do that. I don't want it to look like, oh, there's florals just on the sides, which is kind of what it's looking like right now. So, a little extra wire comes out, so I'm just going to wrap it around there just to make sure everything stays together. And then, there we go. Spread that out a little bit. All right. I see where you're going to go. I have a home for you. Right in there. Welcome home. Get settled. Enjoy. Burnt myself. I told you I was going to do it. I told you. Never fails. Never fails. All right. Then the other one is kind of in the center point here. Now that, I'm going to tighten it just a little bit. There we go. All right. He's going to go right in there. That's the middle guy that I can just chop. He's wrapped very nicely, so this will work out well. There we go. Glue, glue, glue. I'm so hungry. I just want my pizza. All right, twisting it a little bit. A lot of that can be hidden by a ribbon. All right. This one is going to go right in the back here. I know you guys can't see it. I'm sorry. I apologize. Just trust me. I'm just doing the same thing I did with the other ones, just right over here. Make sure I fluff it out. The greenery, it's like very nice. It's plastic, but it's wired and it looks nice. I don't like greenery that looks fake, and this is really nice greenery, so I'm happy with it. All right, shove you in there, baby girl. Well, I shouldn't assume you're a girl just because you're pink. I'm sorry. All right. Oh, wait, no, that goes that way. That goes that way. Okay, so this is what it's at now. To me, I need to add some on the top and on the bottom. I'm sorry, I know I'm trying to back up so you guys can see a little bit better. And put it on top and bottom. Let me grab one more. Am I out? Nope. Got one. Wait, is this darker? Is this darker? Oh, this is a little darker. Hold on. We got some problems. Technical problems. Technical problems here. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh. Crisis. Moment of panic. There's like a hot pink and a light pink, and I grabbed the hot pink. So this is the light pink one that I'm using here. So I am going to put one between the ears. I'm gonna pick the big one for between the ears. All right, it's this one. Let me fluff her out. All right. There we go. Oh, crud. I wrapped it in there wrong. Here we go. Now I fixed it. Now I fixed it. Doing better. There we go. This is nice because now some of the berries are kind of poking through between the ears, which is perfect. We like that. I maybe should have put the greenery in a little further. That's the one thing that if I could go back and change it, I would push the greenery in further. I wouldn't have it sticking out this far. But that's okay. That's all right. It's working. It's working. I need two of them in here, though, because this is a pretty big gap between the two sets. So here we go. That one. That one. Yeah, let's wrap this around this. Just to make sure nothing falls out. It's extra support. Kind of like wearing a padded bra instead of a sports bra. Just need a little extra. A little extra. Alright. Ah, sitting on the chair again, guys. Find where I want this one. It's also important to make sure the tines are long enough where you're trying to grab at, because sometimes they're not. Ugh. I needed it over a bit more. Let's look here. Sorry guys, this one's taking a little bit. Alright, found it. So I had to stick my hands all up in there. We're getting a little personal there for a second. Alright. Shove, shove, shove. Get in there, get in there, get in there, get in there. Go, 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 go. What is it hitting? Alright. Last one. Coming in hot. I'm always coming in hot. I'm in menopause. There's no other option at this point. I don't want to stick them in ones that have the ribbon tails because I don't want the ribbon to get stuck on the glue and then it ends up looking all ick. I want to still be able to move stuff around if I need to. So, sorry, I'm trying to find tines that will work well for me. Of course, I picked the one spot where it's kind of a dead zone here. So I'm going to have to just, okay, there we go. Found one. Normally I would pick some of the greenery and the florals apart, but because it's such a nice bush the way it is, I don't want to mess with it. I want to kind of use it like it is. Hot glue. Ow. 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 Son of a glue. Ooh. That's going to go that way. We're going to do that way. All right. Things looking okay. Do one more thing. Bear with me. Hold on. Hold on. Where's my eggs? Where are my eggs at? Where are my eggs at? These are some cute little foam eggs I got from Hobby Lobby. No, sorry, these were from Michael's, actually. These were $4.99. Probably didn't pay that. But I want to just glue some in where I can see some of the greenery. Just kind of just stick it in there. Kind of cover it up a little bit. There we go. You can see one over there. This pack has bigger eggs and smaller eggs, so I'm kind of trying to figure out I'm going to use all the big eggs kind of in the same spots roughly. Doesn't have to be symmetrical and stuff, but ooh. Oh, I just set stuff flying. All right. One in here. Go with a yellow. All right. See if there's anywhere else that we think we can see. Right on either side of the sign, I can see a little bit. So I'm just going to put, there's some smaller sized eggs. I'm going to put those there. One there. And I think one here, even though you might not see this one too much, but I just want to make sure it's, you know, everything's covered. And this, oh, I'm stuck. I put all my eggs in one basket. Look. Sorry. All right. My fingernails have so much glue on them that like, it's stuck to the netting and I can't get the egg. There we go. All right. This one you're probably not going to see that much, but I'll know it's there, so I want to make sure that... Ooh, that was a close one. Almost dunked that all over my fingernails. All right, let me see what I think. Yeah, I want some of those coming up there. Now I'm just playing with where my ribbon tails are just real quick, just to make sure I like how everything is laying and how it's displayed. Nothing's covering the sign or my bunny's heads. I'm going to put just a little dab of glue there, just so it kind of touches that mesh and just kind of stays with it a little bit. There we go. Perfect. All right. Give me just a second. I will show you guys what the finished product looks like. This is so cute. I still can't believe this attachment was only $4.99. What a steal. It's a bargain. It's so cute. It's so cute, especially if you're going to like make a wreath with a kid. I think they would love that. They would love it. Maybe don't do with the greenery, but you pull some of the greenery to the side. Here we go. I want the greenery to kind of be all the way around. I don't really want you to be able to tell that, oh, it's sticking out from there. It should just kind of be, you know. Okay. Yeah, this can spread out. We'll spread this baby out a lot. toss that to the side. All right, here's our finished product. Here we go. Let me back it up a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see. I've got a lag on when I say it, when I see it on my Facebook, so let me make sure I can show you guys. Going down a little bit. Okay, and then now let's close in for it'll zoom in a little bit. You can see the different things. Here's his foot. This is a sideways view. This is the front. Some people would put like placemats or something along the back to protect it, but I don't do that on mine. Figure the customer can do that themselves easily if they want to do that. So here, again, is our finished, completed wreath in all of her glory. Here we go. Moving over to the side. There we go. Much better. Okay. This one I am going to have listed for sale in my Etsy shop. So let's talk cost. All right, let's talk cost. So I'm going to have to add this on my hands. Okay. So the wreath, I think, was probably, well, let's say I got it for 50% off. So we're going to call that, we'll call it $3 max. So the wreath was $3. The bunny thing we'll call $4. So that makes $7. The mesh, I think, was $4. So that makes $11 for the pink mesh. And then we'll call it $15 with the yellow mesh. And then the different ribbons, I didn't use that much. We're going to call it $7 worth of ribbons. So that's $22. The sign was $5. It was $26. And then the greenery was $8 times 3. So that was expensive. That was $24 plus 26. So that makes it $52. So $52 roughly into this. I probably would list this one for maybe $84.99. It all depends, because I have sales running in my Etsy shop now too. So I got to kind of figure, okay, well, if I list it, but then there's 15% off of that. So that has a factor as well. But overall, this was not a super expensive project to make. Buy these greenery wreaths whenever you can at Christmas time. And again, the ribbons, I forgot to say, the ribbons came from Craft Outlet. I don't know the numbers, but I think they still have both the patterns and then the pink solid. Okay. I don't think adding a bow, I think a bow would have been too much. That's why I liked keeping this simple, just with the florals and the bunny. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope you join me next Monday as well. I'm not sure what we're going to make it. I got a whole bunch of different projects. So let me know if you want to see another Easter project, or if you want to see something more spring, or if you want me to start getting into summer. Do you want to see an arrangement? Do you want to do bow making? Leave me feedback and let me know what kind of things you would like to see, and I will make those for you. Okay, thank you so very much. Again, you can shop this at sweetariadecor.com is my Etsy shop. You can also follow me on TikTok and on YouTube. My channel is at sweetariadecor. All right, thank you guys so much. I am going to go get myself some stuffed pizza. Okay, take care. Have yourself a great week, and take care of yourself, my sweeties. Bye-bye.